Twitch updated their terms of service, Mr. Black.
Oh, did they?
And they updated their terms of service. I think it's their terms of service. I don't know what they, like, what document they're calling this at this point, but, let me just, their community guidelines page. So, this change happened pretty much right after, Dr. Disrespect made some appearances on some other streamers' streams on Twitch. Chiefly, I mean, there was a couple of them, but chiefly the one that more people obviously are talking about would be Nadeshot, who was doing a stream, and Doc was on the stream there for a moment, and then there was another one or two other examples as well. All of them obviously large streamers. So he wasn't like full front featured, but he was speaking to them, that kind of thing. So they basically created a Dr. Disrespect rule that is, in true Twitch style, as vague as you could possibly make it, so that at their discretion they can just fucking do whatever they feel they need to do. So the suspension evasion section used to read, all suspensions are binding until expiration or removal upon appeal. Any attempt to circumvent an account suspension or chat ban by using other accounts, identities, personalities, or presence on another user's account will also result in suspension. Suspension evasion will not only increase the length of the suspension, but may lead to an indefinite suspension. So that's what it used to read. And then they updated it, where the big change, as I said here on SVG, happens in the second paragraph, and they tacked on a little something here. It said, in addition, it is prohibited to use your channel to knowingly feature or advertise a suspended user. We understand that there may be instances where suspended users may appear on your stream due to circumstances beyond your control, such as through third-party gaming tournaments, but we expect that you make a good faith effort to remove them from your broadcast, mute them, or otherwise limit their interactions with your stream. So, obviously they felt that what they had outlined there was not, didn't quite encompass what they wanted to. Obviously they really don't want Doc to in any way, shape, or form have any presence whatsoever. You know, with very little exception, like major tournaments and stuff like that, where it's inevitable for him to appear in some way because of the nature of the tournament. That's also being likely hosted on Twitch. The thing that's the thing that they leave open here, of course, is where they say making a good faith effort, because whatever the fuck that means.
It means you're in good faith. Like, they're not telling you, they're not gonna fuck you in your channel because somebody that's suspended pops up there. As long as in good faith you're aware of the said individual and you're doing everything in good faith to do minimal interaction and silence this individual on your behalf.
Yeah.
And if Twitch doesn't feel as though you are putting in that type of effort, then you could be suspended. That's what that means.
Oh, I know what it means, but like when I say whatever that means.
I'm not sure how else they're supposed to put it, because they're not going to just flat out suspend somebody for somebody being on a ladder game with them and they pop up. That wouldn't be very fair. Or if they are in a tournament and you're playing against them and they pop up on the stream for whatever, you know, it'd be pretty fucking shitty if they just suspend you for that. So they're putting it in there like, hey, be aware of your surroundings and what's going on, and in good faith, of the terms of service, the moment that you are able to part ways from said individual, do that. If we feel as though you purposely are acting stupid about the situation, playing naive, or pushing the limits, like riding a gray area for the sake of riding a gray area, then they have the right to suspend your account. So it's a good faith type thing. It's like, hey, I'm gonna leave you home with my wife for the next week. I need you to just look over the family and stuff. In good faith, please don't fuck her. All right. All right.
Yeah.
That's I'm leaving you here in good faith. All right. Don't try and seduce my wife, please. And you know what seducing is. If you come home with a bottle of wine and a home cooked meal, and you want to give somebody a back rub, and you've got the bath water ran with some Epsom salts in it. All right. This ain't good faith, bro. All right. If you got Doc hanging out in your lobby and you're on call with him in Discord, or you're in a game and he's in the game and you do everything possible to kind of hang out with him, that's not good faith. That's you playing the system here. And the dude is banned for a reason, and we don't want him here. So I think that's what, I think I understand where they're going with it. I'm not actually upset with this.
I'm not upset with it either. I understand what good faith means in general. I'm just not a fan of anything Twitch does that isn't fucking explicitly said, because, and I'm not saying they'll do it here, but they have a history of making weird judgment calls as to when to apply areas of their TOS or guidelines when they've left it open, even though this doesn't sound open. In the past, they've done that kind of stuff. So I think
this is one of the things where it should be open, because most of the time when somebody banned shows up on stream, it's usually not from your doing. And to just ban you because Doc could literally be like, oh, I'm going to take out Ninja's career by just sniping him and going on a stream and then saying fucking YouTube gaming, baby, let's fucking go. And then what? Ninja gets banned because it's part of the terms of service. I think you need that clause here for specifically for that reason.
Oh, they should absolutely have this. I just wish that they could. I understand that it's also difficult to be hyper specific because you can't just come up with an endless list. But it would be, and maybe they will have something more specific. Obviously, they tacked this on like within the day of this occurring. So it was like a scramble to slap something in there to make sure that it doesn't continue to happen within reason. But,
well, my guess is Doc was hanging out, playing for a while. I don't know. I'm just.
I don't even know. I just know that he appeared on a couple of people when they were playing together in games.
Playing some games,
I think they were testing to see
what would happen.
Especially Nade. Like Nade said on Twitter. Nade said on Twitter, or like he said during his stream or something. I don't know where he said it, if it was like verbally or otherwise, where he said that like, well, what is Twitch gonna do? Are they going to ban me? I've been on this platform since before Twitch was Twitch, and I'm a major streamer here. What are they going to do? Ban me because Twitch appeared in my lobby and we played a couple games together? Is that where we're going with this? Because he said that's just not, like, where's the respect in that, is what he said. Loose, that's obviously, not a direct quote.
And their answer to him, without saying anything directly to him, was, all right, let me change up the terms of service here.
Yeah.
And take it for what you want. But don't have him in your lobby anymore. I mean, also, Twitch probably just doesn't want to come out and flat out talk about Doc and say, listen, Doc isn't allowed here. So just make it general. And also, with that being said, Doc is high profile, and there might be some other banned people that hang out on streams and play games that, doesn't create that sort of wave. I mean, if you have Doc playing with another big streamer, you've got the YouTube side and the Twitch side all spamming about Doc, like, oh my God, Doc's on Twitch, they're going to poke the bear, and they just don't want that. So, that's their answer.
Yeah, it's interesting to watch this stuff unfold because this continues to be really the first instance of a super high profile streamer being removed like what happened with Doc. And so watching all of the policy change and all of the chess pieces be moved without knowledge of what actually went down is really interesting to watch, and to see in a grander scale things like what this is, for example, where you're getting people like Nade and other major streamers testing the waters and seeing, you know, how far Twitch is willing to go in order to keep the lid on not having Doc be present is interesting. It's very interesting. Obviously, everyone involved knew what they were doing. They were just seeing how far, specifically because it was a Warzone tournament apparently, and so, you know, they did it within the confines of at least it being a tournament.
Yeah.
And so yeah, so now the question will become probably something like, hey, if there's an invitational tournament and I end up on Doc's team, because it's a third-party tournament for major money.
Yeah, you should be fine.
Yeah, like they're gonna continue. This won't be the first test. I'm sure they're gonna be like poking around. I mean,
they even said it in there, right? Like third-party tournaments, etc. Play your tournament, be done with that, right? And then once it's over, move. Don't continue to play exhibitions and hang out like, oh, he's been on here for an hour anyway. Why not another couple hours? Because that's no longer good faith, right? A good faith is, hey, we're not telling Doc that he can't play in tournaments or that you guys can't play in tournaments with Doc. But in good faith, be in, be out. If he gets on your team, don't fucking talk no shit. Don't make this bigger than what it needs to be. Play your matches and get going. That's what I'm getting from this.
Absolutely. So we'll see what happens when they inevitably test the waters further, because I'm sure it's going to happen. Because, you know, when Twitch has to do this stuff and not mention Doc specifically, the question will always be, you know, how involved can we be without the nuclear button being pressed? And so I'm sure we're going to get some more. Is Milo trying to go use his kitty his litter box right now?
Oh.
Possibly.
Milo.
Look at that, sitting under, oh, he's meowing and everything. There he is. There you go, buddy. Go for a little walk.
I didn't even know he was in here.
Yeah, he was obviously in the bottom.
Yeah, he's in the bottom part.
Yeah. So anyway, there you go. With that, we'll wait. I'm sure I would be surprised if that part of the community guideline doesn't get expanded again with like some more specifics. But for now, that's obviously their quickest way to cover their ass a bit with this kind of stuff happening.